Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and hello. You're listening to Daily Pakistan Funny News, your daily dose of Pakistan funny news, where politics meets cricket fever. And today we are live, totally imaginary live, from the National Political Premier League, the NPPL, where every press conference is a risky shot and every U-turn is a run out waiting to happen. I'm your host, John. Stand-up comedian, part-time political commentator, full-time confused citizen. And with me, making his debut on this chaos-filled pitch, ex-politician, now theatre and stand-up comedian, Mike. Mike, welcome to the NPPL, yaar. John, thanks, man. I left politics, but clearly politics did not leave me. Now, at least when they bowl a bouncer at me, it's just a punchline, not a press conference. Exactly. And that's the whole idea today. We're turning the latest Pakistan political headlines into a full cricket match. No long analysis, no shouting, just overs, wickets, and a lot of laughable fielding. For anyone who's not a hardcore cricket nerd, don't worry. When we say things like over, we just mean a small chunk of the game. And a U-turn, well, that's already political language. You're experts in that. All right, let's set the field for today's NPPL match. Quick, simple headlines, neutral pitch report, then we start smashing sixes. Headline number 1. The government announced yet another economic relief package, but nobody is exactly sure how, when, or from where the money will appear. It's like a magic trick with spreadsheets. Headline number 2. A senior minister gave a very confident speech saying, and I love this, that everything is completely under control, while the stock market did the opposite of under control. Classic. That is like the captain saying, boys, no panic, easy chase, while the team is 10 for 4 and the light is going down. Exactly. And headline 3, the opposition parties held a big joint press conference, promised massive protests, and then immediately disagreed on the date, the venue, and probably the tea brand. Also known as dropped catch in the slips. Ball comes straight to you, you clap, and somehow it still hits the ground. All right, the field is set, the crowd is ready, and the political pitch is cracked, dusty, and very unpredictable. Time for innings 1, government batting. So the government walks out like the opening batsman. The finance minister is on strike. Economy in one hand, Mike in the other. He takes guard, looks at the scoreboard, and announces a brand new Relief Package 2.0. Big swing. He's going for a 6 straight down the ground. The ball is in the air. Crowd is holding its breath, and it lands safely, but in the hands of the IMF fielder at long on. That's not a 6, that's a conditional loan. Umpire checks the replay. Yep, there was a catch, but no one in the stadium understands the terms and conditions, so we're calling it one confusing single run. Scoreboard update. Government 11, 1 run for the announcement, 0 runs in your actual pocket. Next ball. The same minister comes down the pitch and says that legendary line, everything is completely under control. He tries a cheeky scoop shot over fine leg. Mistimed. The stock market takes off like a ball going straight up instead of forward. Everyone is looking up. Nobody knows who will catch it. And it lands right in the hands of Twitter. That's a massive wicket, my friend. Hashtags are flying, memes are on fire, and the opposition slip cordon is clapping nicely. So true. In Pakistani politics, Twitter is like that random fielder who always takes the impossible catches but drops the simple ones. Exactly. And every time someone says under control, Twitter says challenge accepted. End of the over, government 12 for 1. They scored some applause, lost a bit of credibility, and the dugout is pretending to smile. Next over, the information minister comes in. This one is a proper slogger. First ball, he plays a classic defense. These problems are because of the previous government. Solid forward defensive shot. That shot has been in the coaching manual for 75 years, by the way. Works on every pitch. Second ball, he promises that big good news is coming very soon. Now that is an attempted 6 over extra cover. He's gone for height over logic. Ball goes high, very high. It crosses the boundary of this year, goes into Inshallah next year's stand. The crowd is cheering, but also quietly checking sugar prices on their phones. End of the government innings summary. Lots of promises, some stylish shots, but the scoreboard still says runs low, expectations high, and economy asking for DRS. Time to flip the script. Innings 2, opposition chase under pressure. Opposition walks in, adjusting pads, fixing their hair for TV cameras. They have a target in mind. Topple the government politically by next Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Let's see. First ball, the opposition leader swings hard with a fiery speech. We will bring millions of people to the streets. Massive shot toward long on. Ball is traveling, but oh no, miscommunication between partners. One party wants Saturday, another wants Sunday. A third one says, bro, PSL match is on. Can we do it later? Total mix-up in the running. They both run to the same end. Run out. That is a classic Pakistani opposition wicket. Loud noise, no actual run. Scoreboard, opposition 0 for 1, but trending number 1 on social media. So spiritually, they feel like they're winning. Next ball, a senior opposition spokesperson takes strike. The government bowler delivers a short-pitched question. So when you were in power, what did you do about this? The batter reviews the delivery. Yes, we have a DRS review. He stares at the umpire, points at the pitch, and says, this is a planted question. Third umpire checks the footage. Slow motion, different angles. Turns out the question was absolutely real. But by the time the replay ends, everyone has forgotten the actual issue. Decision on the giant screen, topic changed, no run scored. Crowd groans, anchor goes to commercial break. Next over, the opposition tries a U-turn. They had said, we will never sit with these people. And now they say, we will sit, but only conditionally, on a sofa of principles. That's a reverse sweep. For non-cricket fans, that's a shot where you basically change your stance at the last second and hope nobody notices. Ball goes somewhere between fine leg, square leg, and saving your own leg. Nobody knows where it landed, but they still appeal. We scored a moral victory. End of the over. Opposition, lots of sound, quite a few press conferences, but runs on the board, still not matching the target. All right. Let's look at today's NPPL scoreboard summary. Who won the day in this beautiful mess? Government X announced one big relief package, promised future good news, blamed the previous pitch conditions. Runs, 120 expectations, 20 actual improvements, 5 new committees, and 1 catch taken by the IMF. Opposition 11 gave 3 emotional speeches, planned 2 protests, canceled 1, and did 4 U-turns packaged as revised strategy. Runs, 80 hashtags, 15 actual actions, and 1 absolutely spectacular dropped catch on Unity. Third team on the field, as always, the public, us. We watched the whole match, paid for the stadium lights, and went home saying, yaar, at least the memes were good. So, who wins today? Honestly, it's a tie between confusion and entertainment. But if we had to pick a real winner, it's the guy making memes on his phone in the stands. Now, before we wrap up, one small, serious single in this comedy innings. Politics and cricket in Pakistan are both emotional games. We shout, we fight, we pick teams. But, end of the day, these headlines keep changing like overs. No politician or party is your favorite player forever. So, it's okay to laugh at all of them once in a while, including the ones you support. Exactly. Laughing a little keeps you sane. It also reminds the players on the field that the real boss is the crowd, not the scoreboard. All right, that's stumps for today's match of the National Political Premier League on Daily Pakistan Funny News. Mike, thanks for joining and giving us that ex-politician insight.
Anytime, man. As long as I don't have to actually attend a real press conference, I'm happy to be here. To everyone listening on your commute, in the kitchen, or while pretending to work, if you enjoyed this little political cricket match, come back tomorrow. We'll bring a fresh pitch, new headlines, and probably the same old shots.